Hey, what's up, folks? Going into October 2007, we're gonna look at two stocks today. One of them an IPO, but before we do that, why don't we start with FCN? And as always, this is a 2-year weekly chart, and we go back and drill down on a breakout that took place in, I think, February of this year. We see the stock broke out and followed through. We also had another breakout towards the end of towards the end of June of this year. We had a breakout just above the blue line, and we had week 2 and week 3 being a positive weekly closing on those occasions. What we are trying to find out is what happens during breakouts. We see that we have volume. We see that on the first breakout, just like in the second, the RSI moves above 68 on the weekly chart during a powerful breakout, and we see that our line as represented by the unbalanced volume right there makes a new high, and the performance again is the S&P 500 also moved to a new high somewhere around there. I love your lines, Eric. But anyway, so we see that when our MACDs has already crossed over, like in that instance right there, stock is moving to new highs. Our unbalanced volume is new highs, and the stock is outperforming the market. All those things always create the environment for great moves. Right now we see that FCN has been attempting to move above prior weekly closing high of 52 and 52 cents, which is the weekly closing high right there, and we've had a couple of attempts to close above that on a breakout, but this has not happened so far. So which suggests to me that it's one, sometimes they make attempts to break above this level for a while. Hopefully eventually there will be a break and a weekly close above that price, and that will indicate that a new rally has begun to march to new grounds. Now it's always a red flag when we get repeated attempts to break out with failure. Usually sometimes the market will just get tired and the stock is going to be sold off. But anyway, it costs us nothing to watch this weekly closing price for a breakout, and as long as all the other indicators are aligned. What we want at the time of the breakout, we'd like to see our volume expand to above weekly average. We see that our RSI still remains strong. It's already above 68 and actually at 75. It won't take much to move our unbalanced volume to a new high, and it also won't take much to move the performance against the S&P 500 to a new high. So put this on your stock list. Put that price, the weekly closing high of 52 and 52 cents, which is the highest weekly close to date. Put that as a buy point. See what happens. If this stock moves above that on volume, that's gonna be your cue to get in, always with a stop. The next one we're gonna look at is VX, and this is an all-time daily data since this was an IPO. The stock IPO'd sometime over the summer in the middle of June, and obviously it had a rough time. It's had a rough time, especially since the market was going through some sell-off around this area over here. So the stock IPO'd into a negative market. All in all, we seem to have made our lows, and the price action became tight, and we recently just moved above for the first time ever, above the 50-day moving average. We've never closed below it. We actually did close at the 50-day moving average right there, and after we closed that, so we formed this nice 2-week 3-week base, and just now we are moving above this weekly this daily closing high right there. So we've had a breakout and a follow through, so that's something I want us. And the buy point was actually at 25.95 cents. This might become support on a retest, so watch that price, 25.95 cents as our buy point for this stock. As an IPO, might be a good hold for the long term, because you know where you got in and you can hold on because you know where your floor on this one is. So now we see that as we break out, our volume is good, it's above average for this new baby, so that's a good thing. We see for the first time ever the RSI is moving above, just about to move to 68, and we see that our, if you take out the volume action on day 1 and day 2 on the IPO, you see that our on balance volume is moving to a new high right there. It's good. The performance again is the S&P 500 doesn't look that great, but because the stock is not making a new high, it's still moving out of a range. So watch BX Blackstone Group for a nice continuation of this one. We already seem to be creating the evidence of a channel, and I'm gonna go and try and for that. You see that there's a channel. If you take those lows, the stock is forming a nice channel that's going to develop right there, taking the stock to the lower 30s here in the next couple of weeks, right there, somewhere around there. So this is Eric Mwathe with mwathe.com, wishing you all the best. Good luck to you. Peace and blessings.